So someone in the comments is trying to say that that post he made rallying his followers to hurt me, it wasn't calling to violence, it was just he was telling people to report me the same way that I told my followers to report him. The difference is the language used. Because when I told my followers to report these channels, I used that language. Report, report, report. That's what I said to do because that's what the right thing to do is. He didn't tell his followers to report me. He said, oh, it's on now. Do whatever you have to do, whatever you feel right, whatever you feel is necessary to get rid of this woman. He didn't say report her so YouTube takes her channel down. He said do whatever you feel necessary. There's a big difference between saying please report this person and saying please do whatever you feel necessary to get rid of this person. They can be taken much different ways, can't they? Because if you hear somebody say report this, there's only so many options, right? The option is report or don't report. There's no real misconstruing what that means. There's no hidden message. It's a very direct report or don't report. Those are the options with that demand or command. But when the command is do whatever you feel is right, and you're talking to 13,000 people, and you don't know if their version of right and necessary is the same as your version of right and necessary, you're doing something very dangerous because you're putting out the message to 13,000 people who you do not personally know that you want somebody gotten rid of by any means necessary. How is that not putting my life in danger? Also, the reason he didn't specifically tell his followers to report my channel is because he knows that every video I upload is already being reported by his followers, and it's not doing him any good in silencing me from speaking out about his aggressive bullying. I tell my followers to report him because that's the only thing I can do to stop this man, is to make YouTube aware that they are platforming this kind of content. He is aware that no matter how many times he reports me, I'm not doing anything wrong by standing up for myself. So he had to give his audience orders to get rid of me completely, not just off YouTube, not just my channel. He wants me eliminated from the world, from the life, from existence, so that he doesn't have to worry about me telling my followers to report him anymore and bringing attention to his channel that he doesn't want. Because he only wants attention from people that are going to pay him. He doesn't want attention from people that are going to look at it and say, this is kind of fucked up and shouldn't be on this platform. Which is exactly what everybody who watches that content should be saying. Instead of cheering and clapping like trained seals and throwing money at these abusive fucking creators. There's a reason he didn't just say to report my channel. And that's because that's not what he wants. That's what I want. I want YouTube to take a step forward and take action and acknowledge that they have platformed these cyberbullying channels. And the only way to do that is to report it to YouTube. If all he wanted was for his followers to report me, which they already do, again, I receive reports on every single video I upload. This video will be reported before it's even fully watched. If that was all he wanted, he could have used those words. He could have said that. That's not what he said to 13,000 people who he doesn't know and can't control and can't know how far they will go. He can't know what 13,000 people, that he can't know that there's not one of them that will think murder is necessary or rape is necessary. They've been sending me death threats for 3 years. You know, he pretends like he personally knows all of his viewers, and so he knows that everything he says will be taken exactly the way he wants it to, and nothing bad will happen. What about Bernice Morgan? Does he personally know her? Does he personally have control over the fact that she's been harassing me through email and threatening to rape me and calling me all of these names? And does he have control over that? Because if he can't control her, then he can't be in control of any of his followers. And if he can't acknowledge that, then he's putting people in danger, because he's telling thousands of followers who he believes he can control but actually has no control over. He's telling them to do dangerous things to his enemies just because they are speaking out about him.